We are live on YouTube. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the September 2024 Ask Your Guides Live. I am so delighted and excited that you are here. We were just chatting on the Zoom side about all the wonderful things that are coming and everything we've got ourselves in up to the elbows. So hang on, it's going to be a wild and crazy session today because that's the energy I'm feeling. So let's do a quick opening prayer and we're going to dive really fast into questions. So a couple of deep breaths. Close your eyes and let's just bring in that angel power. So for all of your teams, your angels, your guides, your masters, teachers, enlightened beings, God, Metatron, whoever's out there that wants to join us, come on in. Our circle is massive and you are welcome. For everybody on the Zoom side, welcome to you. Thank you for being here, for sharing, for being willing to show your faces and being brave and bringing your questions to the public. On the YouTube side, thank you for being there, for lending your support. That energy is so important right now. It's everything as we come together as light workers, bringing forth Earthtopia, because wow, has it been a long slog and we are so ready. So teams, thank you for being here. Come into the circle, draw closer. We have a lot to cover. All of you, bring your very best. Throw your intention, your love, your energy. We're going to mix it all up into this big pot and we're going to create magic together. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone for being here. Much love. And now we are going to dive in. So we have a rare appearance by Miss Laura DeFranco, who has to leave shortly. So we're going to pop her in. Good morning.
Well, you're amazing. Thank you. I took a trip to Peru recently for an author's journey, and I think I may have picked up a little hitchhiker. And I want to know what I need to know to get myself back because I've been off ever since. Does the question make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so team, Laura feels like she has a hitchhiker from her travels. Is it true that she has a hitchhiker? Yes. Okay. And is it of the energetic type? Formless. So is it a spirit? Okay, so this spirit just loved your energy and latched on like a vampire. That's what it's feeling like. Does that feel right to you?
Yep.
Okay. So is this a spirit that is someone she has known? Not in this lifetime. What about in past lifetimes? No, so nobody you know, just an opportunistic spirit. Okay. So what can you tell her about releasing, transmuting? Do you still have that 21-day clearing we did?
Maybe.
Did we do past life with you? I can't remember. Maybe we
I
did.
can't remember either.
All right. I will write you one and I'll send it to you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Because that's the fastest way. I mean, you could play with it yourself if you want to. As a sovereign soul, I declare the spirit is not welcome. It must go. That kind of a verbiage, whatever feels good to you. You're a writer, you know these things.
Yeah.
I can also send you one quickly if that would be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, I love your stuff. Thank you.
You are so welcome. So give us a nugget of wisdom about your adventure and what you learned, because you were in some pretty sacred places.
It was really life-changing. And because I am so, I do stand in my power and I don't often feel like I've picked up a hitchhiker. I was really surprised when I got back because the 2 weeks were really right hand on the heart, from the heart, left hand on the solar plexus without fear. That would be my summary of our 2 weeks. Like we learned how to live like that, from the heart without fear. And so we were very open, going through a lot of clearing, a lot of healing work, a lot of ceremony. And I show up in the world wide open all the time. It's who I am, right? And I don't want to live not like that. But this time I had to take a step back and go, whoa, what just happened? Because the physical feelings were so intense. And so now I'm curious about boundaries and I'm not afraid. I'm just curious about boundaries and about, because we will be doing more travel to places that have heavy, intense energy in the future. And I want to be ready for staying open, but also you know, I'm being careful about my words, right? I want to stay open and in love and light, and I want to keep serving the world. And I think everybody here probably feels like that would be a really good idea to stay in that place, you know? Yeah, that might be too much of an answer, but
No,
thank
that's
you.
perfect. And the door for just a little bit more, which is that you can ask your angels to put a protective shield around you that is there all the time. And whenever you might feel you're going into a new situation where maybe you need a boost, ask them for a boost. Because what's happening right now, we're getting into the weeds of the big battle against the dark forces. They are amping it up because they're scared to death of us. We're powerful and they're feeling it. They feel like they're going to lose. So that means they're coming at us even harder than before, which means we might have to ask for a little more protection than maybe we're used to. What I do is I'm always connected to the records. I never disconnect. So with that connection and my angel team, I don't feel I have to do anything special. But if I did, I would do it. So go with your gut because it's different for all of us, different situations, different ways we're wired. You take care of you. That's most important.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're so welcome. So I
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
you off with love. Thanks for being here and sharing your wisdom.
Thanks.
Okay, Craig, come on up. Hey there.
Oops, knock something down here. Okay, yeah, Deborah, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Oh, great, great. You know what? About her last question, I'm Native American and I'm Navajo. I'm from the Four Corners area. And every now and then I like to, I like the Southwest. I love to look around. I was born in LA, so all this area is really home to me. But every now and then I will venture into other tribal areas. So I have to be very, very careful about where I go. And once I did bring back a hitchhiker like that. So just protect yourself before you go in, say your prayers and tell them, I'm only here out of respect. I'm not going to do anything wrong. And then go through there and take the tour or whatever you're going to do. But respect the place and don't bring back any trinkets, that belong there. You know, in other words, don't bring back any bone shards or anything like that, or anything that pottery. Leave it there. It's theirs. Respect that and take the memories with you. That's the best thing to do. Because I was like Indiana Jones when I was young, and I went through something like that, and oh gosh, I was suffering for a while. And my uncle is a medicine man, and he cleared it and sent it on its way. But it's safer to ask for protection before than to do the cure later on. So maybe she'll benefit from that too.
Yes, thanks for sharing that wisdom. I appreciate that.
Hmm. But my question is, with Clara, am I doing everything I should be doing? Um, we have a pretty good relationship, and sometimes I feel like I let her down. But I'm asking. My big question is she enjoying the ride so far? Because I know she she keeps a close tab on me, and she watches what I'm doing, and she'll sit and watch an old Laurel and Hardy movie with me, or something like that, or TCM. She loves that in the house, or 40s music. And I love that stuff too. So I'm just wondering if she's enjoying the ride.
She's enjoying the ride and she's saying you worry too much. Just enjoy the ride. Take the clue from her. That's the thing to do, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
let me share with you something that I just experienced this past week that I think is germane to what you're saying. I had this memory of a lifetime with Jesus. And, I got the download, I saw the picture, and it was a betrayal, which hit me like being stabbed in the heart chakra. It was very deep and very painful. I didn't totally understand it. And because I received it myself, of course, I was skeptical about it. So I went and I had a past life regression with Dave Johnson. And Dave, we talked about this, right?
Mhm.
And what I got from that was my action in that moment. Jesus didn't even notice because he was kind of preoccupied with what was going on with him at the moment. And had I not stepped and melted, become invisible in the bushes, I wouldn't have lived to tell the tale later. And that was important. So let go of all that guilt, which that's a lot of lifetimes that deep guilt has been there. I wasn't aware of how bad it was until that time. Releasing that, you can imagine layers and layers of guilt being released, feeling lighter, having a different perspective about what we're all doing here. Tremendous.
Yeah,
So
because I know she's been around for a while and she's been like a guide to me and stuff like that. And I just came out and asked her, I'm so sorry for what I put you through. You saw me suffer, you saw me drink in my youth, you saw me do a lot of bad things, and you called me, you got after me. And I deserve that, and I'm sorry for that. And I hope I didn't put you through too much, I told her, and
guys
she
are for.
I think she took it well. I think she took it well.
They know you, they signed on for the job. So no guilt. Guilt is a waste of time according to the angels. And yeah, let it go because it's blocking you from the joy and from the expansion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like she said, I worry too much. I'm like my mother. I was like that.
Worry helps nobody either.
Hmm.
So just let it all go. Have
Let's
fun.
all-
Because remember, the main purpose is living your soul purpose above and beyond anything else.
Mhm.
Focus. So sure,
Well,
we're here doing this bigger thing right now, but still the primary activity is living your soul purpose.
okay. All right. And because she worried so much, we're gonna go for a Model A ride today too. Just
Wonderful. Into the great.
be very Laurel and Hardy there.
Yeah, have fun.
Thank you then.
Okay, bye.
Mhm.
Okay, so next up, where did you go, Jerry? There you are. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what is your question?
Oh, my question is that I've actually done the 21 days of meditation twice, and it just didn't take, or I didn't blend with it. So
Okay,
I
so
don't know if I'm blocking something.
yeah, we were talking about that before we went live, just to clue the people.
Yes.
We're on the YouTube side. So I didn't realize you had done it. And that's not uncommon. Some people have that experience because you're so judging everything you get. What you have to understand is that when you go into meditation, what you're receiving might feel like you're making the whole thing up. In fact, if it didn't feel like that, you'd be unusual. Most everybody says, I'm just making it up. How do I believe it? Just like the story I was just sharing with Craig. I got that download. I saw the visual. I saw what happened, but it came from me, came through my visual. So I was skeptical. I wasn't sure. And that's how most people feel. So when you're in meditation, your intention is to have the connection. Believe that, right? So whatever you see, feel, hear, take it at face value, write it down, because if you don't write it down, you'll miss subtleties. Keep doing that.
Okay.
Do that over some period of time. Just let go of the judgment. Stop judging yourself so harshly right now because that gets in the way. And that's ego blocking you, thinking that it's being helpful, but it's really not. Now, did you do the exercise where you have the powwow with ego, higher self, and soul?
No.
Do that. That will help a lot too, because it brings you into communion, into oneness, which is what we're all trying to do. We don't need ego, higher self, and soul acting separately as we used to, because we've come to a place of higher frequency where we need that oneness within ourselves. So that will help you. And if you don't have the link for that, just hit me up. I'll get you the link for it. I don't have it handy at the moment. It's,
Okay.
I think it's in the book. But if it's not, you let me know, I'll get it for you. So try that, but also let go of the self-judgment.
Okay.
Become the child again. Connect with the child who was really good at imagining things. You let your imagination run wild because here's what'll happen. It's priming the pump. And that was part of 21 days. There were days I sat down to do my meditation and I'm getting weird crap from ego and I'm getting nothing and frustrated. So I started just writing down whatever I got, regardless. Excuse me. And what happened is the words started morphing into the angels. priming. So that's another technique you can use to help you. Play
Okay.
with those. But do come into the 21-day group, ask for help. You'll get there faster. This is a rough thing to do alone. So much easier when you do it with a team. Aside from your angel team, human light worker team. We want to help you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So I'll see you in the group.
Okay.
Okay, Beth, here you are. Good morning. What's happening with Beth?
Hi, Deborah. How are you doing?
I'm flying high. How about you?
I'm a little, I don't think the right word is conflicted. The more my involvement rises, the more I feel like we're all in some type of crazy simulation. I mean, it's so obvious to me, and it is getting more clear that that's exactly what's happening. Which is a new idea for me. I've never even kind of thought that before, but I really feel it. And I've always struggled with my coworkers, and because of this new thought that I'm having or new direction that I'm going, it all becomes clearer that, and it's one of my favorite sayings, it's all just a bunch of hocus pocus. That's it. There's nothing. All the conflict and all the feelings and all that, it just doesn't matter. Because I thought for a while, do I need to do shadow work to find out why they trigger me? Because they do trigger me. It's like, okay, do I need to go that direction? But like I said, because of the new thought, it's like, it truly is just all a bunch of hocus pocus. So,
okay, so that's valid, but you're almost using that as an excuse for not doing the work.
it's how I feel though, because I want to do the work and I started to do the work, but at the same time, my higher self says it just doesn't matter. It's all just nonsense. It doesn't matter.
Well, I think that's probably your ego rather than higher self saying that, because here's the reason. You have this pre-birth plan that your soul created before you came into this life. And I doubt that the pre-birth plan was to come here and say it doesn't matter and I'm just going to do whatever I want and, pretend it doesn't matter. There are things you wanted to accomplish. Now, the reason I think it feels like a simulation, because after watching Matrix, I have the same thoughts. It's because part of our soul is still on the other side. We're not all completely here with our soul. So
Right.
Imagine soul part that's over there that's watching the part that's here in the body probably feels like it's a simulation. But the one that's here having the experience, this is real. It is a real physical experience. That's what the body is experiencing. And we're the body, it's our vessel.
Right. But I'm identifying more other side with my the bigger part of my soul saying, stop worrying about this. This is just, it doesn't make any difference. Just stop it.
Well, to stop worrying about things is wise, right? But you are still here having this experience. So you want to, for yourself, do the introspection. What do I want to accomplish before I leave this mortal coil? That's what you want to focus on. But when you are aligned with your soul purpose, you're working with your angels, it feels like magic every day. And it's getting better and better, because when we shifted into 4D, suddenly things got faster. Manifestations were coming even faster. I'm finding I'll think about something and just kind of randomly think about it, not even really much. And bam, a couple days later, it's happened. It's like snap your fingers, bam, we're moving right along right now.
Right. So
just to that on top of everything else.
so you do feel like I need to do the shadow work to go deep and figure out why these people trigger me. You think that's a worthy thing?
Because triggers are a clue from your soul. When you get triggered, that's saying, hey, baby, this is something you need to work on so that you don't get triggered. Because who wants to be triggered?
Right.
Right? So do that for yourself. It's kindness and love for yourself. Figure out the source. Why do they do that? And once you figure it out, it's like you lit the match, burned it up, and it's gone. It doesn't bother you anymore. So those are things coming to your attention from your team. You need to work on this.
What's the best way to work on it?
I would go into meditation, dig deep. What is it about that person? Is it them? Is it a memory from something else?
Mm.
Really have to dig deep to find it and ask them to help you. They will. So then you are open. You are staying very much in the present each day after you ask them this. They will start bringing something up to you. Maybe it'll be a memory that will connect the dots for you. Maybe it will be something random that triggers the memory. They will bring you the clue that you need to unravel it. Because when you ask, the answer is always yes.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's just a matter of watching for the clues, being the detective, gathering the clues, solving the puzzle.
Okay. So I need to go that way instead of just doesn't really, I feel happier when I'm in I just don't really care anymore. I feel a lot lighter and happier when I'm in that mode.
Yeah, but I think that's what people mean when they say spiritual bypass. It's not helpful to you. You might feel better in the moment, but you're still getting triggered.
Mm.
And you have the power to solve that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get triggered anymore.
Okay. All right.
Those are really clues. Those are trying to help you.
Yeah, I just have a strong pull to let it go. Don't worry about it. It's assimilation. There's a strong pull to that.
Try working on one trigger. See how it goes, and then reevaluate.
Okay.
But it's you leaning in, focusing on your experience, because I can't tell you what to do. They won't tell you what to do. It's your experience. How do you want to process it? I can just tell you from what I've learned that if you don't deal with those triggers, things are not going to change. You're stuck.
Okay. And I don't want to be stuck.
No, you have got such a burst
Mm-hmm.
of new abilities flowing into you right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
Flow freely.
Okay. That's what I'll do then. Thank you, Deborah.
Okay, see you next month.
Sure thing.
Bye.
Bye.
Joan, come on up.
Hi, Deborah. Just want to know, do my guides, angels have any messages for me?
Okay. So for Joan, what would you like to share with her today?
I can't get in.
There we go. What do you want to share with Joan? So I'm hearing Judy Garland singing, "Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face." Have you been feeling a little low?
Yes.
Yeah. So Judy is here. And it's so funny how she shows up when we need her. Brings that
Thank you.
energy of it doesn't matter how crappy your life feels. Find something to feel good about. Put on the happy face. Grab that one nugget that feels good. Get into gratitude, and then soon you'll find more nuggets that feel good. Keep grabbing
Okay.
climbing the ladder out of the darkness into the light. So
Okay.
if you do that, then more can come. But until you deal with being in that place of darkness, you're just going to see darkness.
Okay.
Does that help?
Deborah, it certainly does help. I have been feeling that way. I think also too, part of it is I've written my story out, and at my work, and you know what it is. At my work, they're going to publish it next month. So I'm thinking that this will be helpful for me to move through some of that stuff.
And it's probably a little scary as you're anticipating the story coming out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just lean on your angels for that. Be in a state of gratitude because you have the intestinal fortitude, the grit and the determination to write that story and share it.
Thank you.
On to that.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. And thank you, angels.
Keep us posted.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nishita, you are next.
Hello, Deborah.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm just hoping to receive any guidance that my guides have for me today.
Okay. So what would you like to share with Nishita today? Now I'm hearing row, row, row your boat. Have you been feeling a little stuck? You still feeling
A
stuck?
bit.
Because what I'm seeing is they're saying, Ashita, climb into your boat, take the oars, just paddle and don't worry. We're going to help guide you down the stream gently where you need to go. But you have to take the action. If you're sitting back there in worry and doubt, fear, not taking action, there's little they can do to help you. It's when you take the action that they can help you shape the action to get where you need to go. So even if it's just the tiniest little action, do it and then let it build. Keep doing more. But being stuck is the worst place to be as a soul, because then you hit this dissonant energy where more things go wrong in your life. So when you start noticing things are going wrong, like bing, 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 like a cartoon, you know, where you get those bings and things just are not right.
Yeah.
That is a huge sign from the universe that you need to look around, figure out what do I need to do next, and go do it.
Okay.
Action is huge in getting you unstuck, moving you to the next step. But the angels want you to know they are right there by that riverbank, ready to guide you down that stream as soon as you climb into the boat. But you have to climb into the boat.
Okay. But the problem is whenever I take action, like I'm into it like for 10 days and then I feel stuck again. And then I think, oh, I'm not doing something right here. So I think I should maybe stop and focus on something else. So the
Okay,
problem is there.
they just gave me. You know those little wind-up toys that walk? You wind them up and they walk, you put them on the floor and they take off.
Right,
Wind up the little
right,
toy,
right.
it starts walking, it hits the wall, and it's just in place doing its thing. So what do as the creator in that scenario? You go, you pick it up, and you turn it so that it can keep walking in another direction. So what they want you to know is, okay, you're taking the action, you're doing the walking, you hit the brick wall. You don't just stand there and keep pushing against the brick wall. You turn your head, you say, which way can I go? You turn your body and you go. So just because you hit a brick wall doesn't mean that you should stop or that you failed or that you made the wrong choice. It's just a clue you got to make an adjustment. And that's what the angels will help you do in the boat. So you
Okay.
get in the boat, you hit a rock, they come up and they help nudge you off of the rock and get you going back down the stream again. So when you feel you hit the wall or the rock or whatever the object is, reach up, grab an angel. They'll lift you up, turn you, get you moving again. Don't fall into worry, fear, and doubt when that happens. You call an angel. That is the antidote to worry, fear, and doubt. Then let them help you
Okay.
with the next step. And then you get going again. Because once you're on the path,
Okay.
you're moving forward, they didn't say there won't be any obstacles. That's life. There's always going to be obstacles. It's learning what to do when you encounter them. Does that make sense?
Okay. Absolutely. But I have a question, like since I was doing Reiki, but then I was just doing it, and then I suddenly hit the wall, like you said. I thought I'm going in the wrong direction, and then somehow I don't know what is the link between both of these things, but I got introduced to Egyptian gods, Egyptian goddesses, and then my whole interest diverted to that side. And now I'm like, okay, I'm searching about them, I'm doing the meditations about them, and then I don't know what to do. I have to focus on Reiki, or I have to focus more on connecting with these goddesses and do something about it. like I'm just lost here. What do I need to really do?
The Reiki is your key to getting out of that bad situation, right? Because you need to earn
Okay.
income. Can you earn an income from the Egyptian goddesses? Maybe in the
Not
future,
right now.
not right
No.
now, right?
Mhm.
So your
Yeah.
purpose right now is to get out of that situation that's not good for you. The Reiki is your key to doing that in the short term. Doesn't mean you can't dabble with the goddesses on the side. You're learning, you're adding to your vocabulary, to your wisdom. You might incorporate that in the future. Maybe you do a Reiki session and you also do some kind of a session that includes something with goddesses, but you're not there yet. So you don't sacrifice one for the other. Keep the long-term goal in mind. Keep working towards that.
Okay.
So you see how it's just an adjustment. It's not one or the other.
Yes.
You're allowed to have more than one interest.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I was feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been waiting for this day since so long because I know I will get some clarity from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
just keep going. Keep your eye on the prize. That's the important thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You're
Thank
so
you so
welcome.
much, Debbra.
See you next month.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, Epiphany, where are you? There you are.
Okay, I'm here.
Hang on, you shifted on me. Once you turn on the camera, it moves you. So
Okay.
there you are. There
Hey,
you are on the road.
I
Excited.
am. I'm totally traveling now. Yeah. Yeah. And so I have a question is like everything's been going like really smoothly. I mean, I've had like some hiccups, but the solutions have been coming pretty quickly. But one of the biggest problems I've been having is internet issues. And I just want to understand kind of like why, right? Because I have this high-tech system that I'm supposed to be able to get internet anywhere, and the internet's how I make my money. And so I've been having a lot of issues with it, hence haven't been able to make any money. And I just want to know if like why that's happening. Like everything else is going very smoothly, but this internet issue. So I just don't know if I'm creating it, or am I supposed to start thinking about making money in a different way? So I wanted to get a take from you, kind of
Yeah,
ask my guides like what's going on with the internet thing.
sure. So for Epiphany, what is with this internet issue? What are you trying to tell her? It's something about making adjustments as you go because you're going into unknown territory in the bigger picture, right? You're exploring, you're going new places, and as you do that, you're going to have to adjust. So it's like they're helping you to prepare for those times when you get places where maybe nothing you do is going to give you internet. You're going to have to piggyback off somebody else.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to do that because there's just nothing there.
Like somebody else's internet kind of thing?
Well, like you can sit at McDonald's in their parking lot and piggyback off the internet, right?
Okay. Okay.
Because you will
So
be
it means I have to kind of work a little bit harder for it then. It's just not gonna like
it's being flexible. They're teaching you
yeah.
being flexible because that's going to serve you on this whole trip you're on. So
Okay.
internet, that's an easy way to be flexible. So if where you're at, your usual method isn't working, then you look around. Where can I get some free internet? So a library,
Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts, a McDonald's, reliable
Yeah.
place. You have to go inside. You can sit in your car and borrow their internet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. It just makes me feel like it's not just going to be as simple as I thought it might be.
Well,
Okay.
so here you are in this grand adventure. There's
Yeah.
going to be periods of dissonance. You know that because whenever you're out there expanding, raising your frequency, you're going to hit dissonance. This is a
Yeah.
hard one. It's like
Okay.
a forerunner of what's to come. There will be other challenges. You will meet them. You're prepared for them. You will
Yeah.
figure out how to get around them. And this is
Okay.
fairly easy to get around. And the
Okay.
other thing is you look ahead when you're traveling. Maybe you connect with other people online to be sure there is internet where you're going.
Well,
And
I'm kind of like in like the forest and stuff, so I don't have like internet. And so it's kind of disappointing in a way to think that like I have to go sit in like a Walmart parking lot, because that's what you hear with people, right? And so that's why you get this like high-tech system, so you don't have to do something like that. And it's supposed to work for you, but it hasn't been working for me. And so that's why I was just trying to understand. That was what I was trying to get away from, was having to go sit in a Walmart parking lot or a Starbucks, by integrating the system that seems to work great for other people. I just wasn't sure why it wasn't working for me.
it's
And
not
so what it sounds,
it's not all the time that you're going to have to go do this. It's just on the rare occasion when your system doesn't work. So this is also calling you to connect with the Nomad community, because
okay.
you know all the tricks. Some of them, even with Starlink, will find there are places it just doesn't work. Maybe you
Yeah.
don't have clearance for with the trees to get the signal.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean you can't get it in the woods. That might just mean you've got to move to a different location. Or maybe what I've seen some of them do, they'll get a really long cord. They'll take the dish and they'll put it in the spot where they can get the signal.
Yeah.
So it's being very flexible. That's just
Yeah.
a reality of life on the road.
Okay. All right. That helps.
Yeah.
If
And so
I
just like
what's that?
there's going to be more things to come that will be challenging.
Oh no, it hasn't been simple at all. But luckily the solution's been like right around the corner. Like something would happen, but then it's like boom, like within so much time, like the solution was right there. So it hasn't been left high and dry, which has been nice. So I'll just be more flexible with it instead of being frustrated with it.
And be playful with it. Because remember, the
Be playful.
frustrated energy doesn't get you answers. The playful
Yeah.
gets you answers.
Yeah.
Make it a game.
Okay. Okay.
So the game is, how do I find good internet?
What's that?
The game can be, how do I find good internet?
Yeah. Yeah, because maybe I've been like, oh, I don't have good internet. I just get to go play in the river today. So, okay, that's fair. All right, I'll be more flexible with it. And if you have time for something really quick, I had this really disturbing dream last night that my friend, I'm here with my friend at her house, and her daughter in my dream got ran over by a truck in my dream, and then I woke up to this like screeching sound in the woods, like exorcist screeching sound, like my dog was freaking out. And I just want to make sure that dream, that like my friend's daughter is going to be okay.
Okay. What is her name?
The daughter or my friend? The daughter?
Daughter.
Afani, Alani, Afani?
Alandi Afani, we'll call her that.
Afani, yeah. It's Afani.
So, can you tell us, is Alandi Afani Epiphany's friend's daughter? Is she going to be okay? Was the dream a premonition? There's something going on. It was premonitory. Is there something that Epiphany can do? Sending her love light. Is her life in danger? No, so it's not life threatening. It was a metaphor. Okay. So something's going to happen that's going to feel like she got ran over. Okay, it's an emotional thing.
For the child.
For the child, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That's what I just wanted to make sure, because that was a little disturbing, and then with that sound, and I was like, what's going on? Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you.
Keep us posted on how that goes.
Okay, we'll do.
Fun.
Okay, thanks. I will. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Jilly, I gotcha. I saw your name up there. You're good. Amanda, you are next. Where are you?
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you. What's up?
Yeah, you too. I'm just wondering if any kind of general messages about my career and anything else my guides want me to know.
Okay. So, for Amanda, anything you want to share with her about her career? I'm hearing the song from Rawhide, rolling, rolling, rolling. You know that song?
Yeah.
Keep them doggies rolling. Okay, so what's she supposed to do with that? That's about moving on with the career. Yeah. Don't let it be static. It needs to move, change, shift something. It's not right the way it is. So what else about that? Anything else she needs to know about the career? So that was about the career. Okay, personal. What does she need to know on a personal basis? What is the most important thing she needs to know today? And now they're singing "Got the Joy, Joy, Joy in My Heart." Yeah, so bring that joy. Keep bringing that. Didn't you get that message last month?
No, last month I don't think it was that song. I think it was a message about self-care last month. So
But there was something about going down the sidewalk, spreading joy and light to people.
that was 2 months ago.
Yeah,
That was the Mr. Rogers thing.
yeah. Okay, there you go. So it's a continuation of bringing that joy. It's just a reminder
Mhm.
because that's going to help you with all other areas of your life. When you do that, it shifts the energy.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
they wouldn't repeat unless it was important.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Aurora. Hey, Beth, I see you arrived. Great to see you.
Thanks, you too.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
My question is, well, actually, I would like to see if there's any messages that my guides and angels have with respect to the next chapter in my life and with respect to career, and also, where will I be living?
Well, they won't
'Cause,
tell you where to live, but if you've got some options, we can ask about
okay,
the best option.
okay. Okay, can we start with the messages on the career and the next chapter on what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I
So,
feel like I've kind of hit a point in my career that I don't know if that's where I should continue to go.
yeah, so what they just showed me, I felt like a veil or a curtain that was flexible and you could push it aside and walk right through it. But you're standing on the other side, and what you're feeling is the brick wall.
Mhm.
So we're going to ask them what the heck that means. But it's a misperception because it's not a brick wall. It really
Mhm.
is flexible. You can move through it. Does that make
Okay.
sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So for Aurora, what did you want to share with her about her career right now? Yeah, something that you were feeling is either impossible or improbable. It's not, because when you ask the angels to help you with it, it can turn from the brick wall into the curtain that moves aside and lets you through. So don't be afraid to ask for what you feel you deserve and have earned. There's a hesitancy energy there. You want to push through that. It's you standing up and claiming what is yours. And it feels like this is an old lesson. Now is really an opportunity for you to get that lesson, push through, which will lift you up to a higher level of frequency. It's a big one.
Is this related to telling my story and telling my story what happened in the last 4 years and moving forward with a book or a podcast to talk about what happened?
You're asking the question, so probably, but I'll ask them. So
Okay.
for Aurora, is this message, this up-leveling, is it about moving forward, sharing her story in some way? Yes. Because when you learn the lessons, you feel compelled to share them so that others can benefit and not have to go through all of the hell that you've went through. Plus, in a way, it's like peeling off the old skin. Sharing the story is peeling off the skin, freeing yourself from it, embodying the new version of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's really important what you're doing, and they're encouraging you in whatever way you feel led to share it. Do that. It's important.
So do not feel like it's not, because I feel like it's not my story to tell, but yet I have published authors and people contacting me to tell the story.
So you can always change the names to protect the people. You know the story, you are emotionally impacted by it. Therefore, it is your story too. You wouldn't be showing up with this level of emotion if it wasn't your story?
Yeah, I feel torn because I don't know if that's going to affect, my relationship with my family.
Well, you can change the names. You can somewhat fictionalize it. A lot of stories, they will say some things have been changed. Just like
Yeah.
dramas on TV, they will tell you it's been dramatized.
Yeah.
It's not 100% true story. So you feel free to do that. You still get the kernel of the story out, but you change it enough that it won't have those negative ramifications you're worried about, because that worry is getting in the way of your sharing and moving forward. You've got to release
Yes.
that block.
Okay.
So first come to terms with that block. How will you solve that problem? And that's all about how you craft and share the story. You're going to share the lesson. It's not the actual details that are so important. It's the lesson.
So does it feel so that they do feel that it is my story to tell?
Yes.
Will I be moving out of my current home and staying in the state where I live?
So is it an optimal choice for Aurora to move from her current home and remain in the present state? No, that's not optimal. What's the other choice?
Moving to the neighboring state, moving to Georgia.
What about moving to Georgia? Is that optimal? It's better, but it's not quite right. It could be some things need to change to make it better, but it's not a definite. Some things are up in the air. Is there another choice?
No, not at this
So
moment.
Georgia's at least a better choice than staying where you are. But just know some things are going to need to be tweaked to make it a good choice for you.
Okay. Okay, I think, are there any other messages that they have for me?
Anything else you want to share with Aurora? They're all stepping up. There are 6 angels surrounding you. They're coming up and they're all putting their arms around you. And they're just pouring all this love and healing energy into you, because that's what you need right now. And they want you to know they're right there all the time. So you've got that support whenever you need it. Close your eyes, feel them connecting with you, physically touching you. That's important. You need that support. So what else for Aurora? You've got this, baby. We're holding you up, so don't worry. One step at a time. You don't have to have all the answers today. That's what's holding you up. You're feeling like you've got to have the whole thing solved today. No, you don't. You just need to know what's the next step. Focus on working that. And when you get to the next step, they will clue you in. They'll guide you to whatever you need to know for the next step. If you knew it all today, it would be a very different journey. It's like on Doctor Who, spoilers. They're not going to give you the spoilers because that would change the choices that you make.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having surgery on Tuesday. Is it going to be successful? And will I be recovering quickly?
Is it highly likely that Aurora will recover quickly and have a successful surgery? Yes, if you put aside all this negativity. Bring the angels into the operating room with you. And right now we're going to ask, please, angels, be with the team in the operating room. Guide their hands, guide their wisdom, so they bring to Aurora the very best that they have to give, so that she comes out in as high a level of opportunity of healing as possible, and that her healing be speedy and complete.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for your gift and for sharing it.
You are welcome. See you next month.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Adventurer, come on up. Hi.
Hello. I was going to do a meditation, and just as I started, people started coming forward just as I closed my eyes, and they were all coming. I didn't recognize them. And while I was trying to recognize them, all of a sudden, one person stepped right up on me and had like a ghillie suit on, which is like a sniper suit. And I couldn't see the face up, but I was trying to see right in front of the other people. I was trying to recognize the other people. And then I opened my eyes, I could still see them. Um, who was that person? I regrounded, and when I regrounded, they all disappeared.
And
Lost
you
the connection.
didn't recognize the person at all.
Hmm.
Do you see spirits, or have you seen spirits before?
Yes,
Okay,
both
so
both 3D and in hologram form.
okay. So for Adventurer, what can you tell us about the spirits that he saw? And the sniper. What was about the sniper? Is this someone he knew or knows? It's a stranger. Okay. And did this stranger have a message? So they did have a message. And what would that be? He says he's coming back. That was kind of an introduction. He's going to be coming back. He wants to have a conversation with you. And what is that about? Is that about helping someone that Adventurer knows? It's about helping the world. Okay, so it's a bigger message. It's the world in general. So are you saying that you're a new guide for him? Okay. And isn't that interesting? Because we've been talking about how we're battling against the dark forces, and you've got a sniper who wants to guide you now. That's what it's about.
I see. I'm working on a girl right now that she's been diagnosed with MS, and Spirit came and told me to get some help. So I called on some help, all from the East Coast, mostly, and worldwide too. Everybody kicked in and worked for her. Is it MS that she has?
So this girl that Adventure is working on, is her issue MS? Is that what's going on in her body? Gotta know. It's mimicking MS, but it's not MS. And I'm feeling like it might be related to a parasite that's like deep in her body. So do you have tools that would allow you to like zap the parasite?
I haven't worked with that. I haven't practiced with that at all.
Maybe that's why the sniper is there, because what do snipers do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's huge.
Okay. And my aunt, she has just found out she had a cyst on her kidney. Is that benign?
So the cyst on the kidney, is the cyst benign? Sorry, I gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
So will it require surgery? Maybe. That's up in the air. Yet to be determined.
Okay.
But of course, you can send energy and you can change that story.
Okay.
But by the time she gets to the doctor, it could have disappeared.
All right.
Again,
Thank you.
targeting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you're getting a pattern of targeting here. So let's ask this question. Does this mean that Adventurer is leveling up to a higher level of healing? Yeah, that's what it's about. You're getting an upgrade. So be prepared, because new ideas, new ways of practicing will be coming into you.
Okay. Duly noted.
Awesome.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
You are welcome. Bye.
Bye.
There was somebody here called Zoom user. Are you still here? Don't see that. I guess you moved on. Okay. Rachel, are you still here? Oh, Zoom user, are you here?
Yes, it's actually me, Marianne. I didn't learn how to change my name on Zoom until I saw that I was coming up on Zoom user, and I thought, okay, or as Zoom user. So that's why I thought, okay, well, I better figure out how to put my name in there.
Perfect. Well, welcome, Marianne. How are you?
I'm really, really doing well now. The last time I was here, I think was maybe 6 months ago, and I was still in the hospital. And now my cancer, it's not mine anymore. The cancer is in remission, and I'm doing well.
That is so wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very, very happy.
You're glowing. It's a beautiful thing to see. So what do you want to ask today?
I was tossing around a few different questions, but I think the best thing is like one of the previous people did was, may I please have a message from my guides and angels for my highest good?
Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, what would you like to share with Marianne today? Well, they're doing hip hip hooray. They're cheering and and they're saying we knew that all along. They knew the outcome was going to be good. So what do you want to share with her today? What do you have to lift her up and make her feel even better? It's about helping other people in whatever way you've been thinking about doing that. Have you been thinking about doing that?
That's something that I've always done. It just kind of lands in my lap, but it hasn't happened for a long time. So that was kind of going through my head this week. That's funny, but it's not normally something that I need to work towards. The people just kind of end up in front of me.
Well, it's feeling like while you were in your treatment, that had to be put aside. But now that you're feeling better, this is actually what they're prescribing for a fuller recovery to go to more robust health, because when you help others, you help yourself.
Okay.
So they heard that thought you put out, and that's why it's coming back to you.
Okay. So I'll just be ready for that.
Yeah. And you don't have to wait. I mean, you can go out and find opportunities to help people. That's what it's feeling like. They're wanting you to take more of a proactive role now.
Okay.
What would feed your soul? What could you do for other people that would lift you up and feel wonderful? Because that's like you taking your vitamins.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you very much.
Come back next month. I want to hear the update.
Yes, I will. Yeah, my life is really straightened out now. So yeah, I'll be able to get back into my normal routines.
So wonderful.
Thanks.
Much love and light to you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Okay, Rachel, are you still here? There you are.
I am. Hi, Deborah.
Hi. And I saw your YouTube is exploding. Congratulations.
Exploding? That's a big word.
It looks like it to me.
Okay.
Suddenly you're getting all these views, all this traffic. It's like you finally found your niche.
Yeah, I'm still, yeah, I don't know. I'm still a bit doubting, but
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm moving on.
do you know Kevin Colby? He's also in the video group. He was in Sunny's group with us.
No.
His channel went from, I don't know, maybe 5,000 or 6,000. And I think now he's over 20,000. He suddenly found his niche. He started making videos all about being on YouTube over 40. Who knew there was a big audience for that? And he's like getting thousands of people in a week. It's crazy.
Wow.
So you might want to check his channel out to help get you to the next level. But I did notice last time your channel popped up that you were getting way more attention.
I've been adding shorts, and that has given me a lot more subscribers. So yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. Oh well. But it's the long form videos that I want to grow in, So yeah, I'm happy to be here again. I missed a few times, but this time no questions on YouTube. My first one is, am I gonna stay here in Portugal this winter? Is it optimal for me?
Okay. Is it optimal for Rachel to stay in Portugal for the winter? I get a no on that.
Ooh, that's interesting. I was pretty
You
sure
want to
about
stay?
that. My roof is being repaired, so I'm like, okay, well now actually I could, yeah. That's interesting. Huh. And then yeah, I guess there's no guidance on where next then, or is there?
So where do you want to go?
That's why I'm just leaving it all open because I have no clue.
Have you been looking at France? Because I'm hearing France.
Ooh, I hate France.
You hate France.
I was thinking
Is there a
Spain.
part of France that you haven't been to that you might want to try?
Nope. I've been everywhere. No.
She doesn't like France, so why are you telling me France?
No.
There's something you've missed. Okay, so north, south, east, Eastern France. Something in Eastern France that you've overlooked that would be enjoyable to you.
Oh my gosh, that is like so new to me.
Weird, right?
Hmm, that's really weird because I was really thinking Spain.
Let's
Huh.
ask, okay, so what about Spain? Would that be an optimal choice for the winter? Yeah, it could be, sure.
Hmm.
They're still wanting you to check out Eastern France for some reason. Well, let's ask
Okay,
this question. Does that have anything to do with romance? Yes.
that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. So talking about that romance, is it gonna be through a dating app?
So this romance that's on the horizon, is it coming through a dating app? No.
Hmm.
So it's meeting somebody in her travels. Yes. And is that person presently in France? Yes. Are they native to France? Yes.
That's even worse.
You don't like French people?
I'm not judging here, but oh my gosh, I've lived there so many times. But yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I'm staying open. That's not the thing. My gosh. Okay. So, and that's gonna be then the winter. Hmm. Interesting.
Are you saying the whole
Interesting.
winter in France is optimal? No, it doesn't have to be the whole winter. So the beginning of the winter, you could start out there and then move on to Spain. So how long would she need to stay? Would it be a month? Less than a month? 2 weeks. 2 weeks is about right.
And I am meeting this person on my travels, but I'm not going anywhere. I mean, right now. Ah, Deborah,
So
I'm so
keep your
confused.
eyes open to something that comes across your attention about an activity, an event, an invitation in Eastern France in that time frame. Because if what we just got is correct, and we have no reason to believe it's not, they will send you the breadcrumbs to make sure you've got the information to be there.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm staying hopeful for a romance. That's good.
Open. Meanwhile, enjoying your life.
Yeah,
So that's part of the equation.
yeah. A quick question on my health because I was really sick in August, and I had all the positive messages from my guides that August was going to be a great month, and it turned out to be a very sick month. Um, my health, like I really need to gain weight. Is that gonna happen soon?
So for Rachel, is she going to be gaining weight soon to get healthier? It's up in the air. There's something missing. Is
I
there something
know.
missing in her diet? I get a yes on that. So is it a fruit that's missing? Is it a vegetable? Some kind of a nutrient? Protein? Carb? What about omegas? Is it omegas? Okay.
I think it's more than nutrition.
It could be more than that, but that's one element. Do you like things like sardines, canned
No.
fish? Because
Yeah,
those
yeah, tuna, yeah.
tuna's okay, but it can have a lot of mercury. So things like herring or oysters or those canned fish,
Mm-hmm.
because they're
Mm-hmm.
so high in omega-3s, and those provide balance for your body. So if there's something out of balance, that's affecting other systems, right? And what they're
Mm-hmm.
helping you to get to the root of is that thing that's out of balance so you can fix that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like something, I don't know, something's missing. So I guess my final question is just a final message, like, I don't know, health or
Have you worked with a naturopath?
no.
Think about it. That might be a path to getting better answers then, because sometimes regular medicine doesn't understand how to figure these things out. And people that understand the bigger body systems are better detectives in that regard. So is there a message you want to share with Rachel today? Yeah, don't be so gloomy. Cheer up. No, Judy's in the background there singing about the happy face. There's lots of angels and the whole team standing behind you. It's like a massive team jumping up and down about getting you happier, because your energy just feels like you're in the doldrums. And when you're there in that energy, it's really hard for them to get messages to you. It's like you put up a wall and you don't receive them.
Yeah, I feel that. I do. How do I break that wall?
Baby steps. Going out, being with people, doing things that you enjoy. And you really seem to thrive when you're out near the water. So maybe more of that as much as you can. But it's also a choice, I think. You can decide you're going to be happier. Just decide it and do it.
Yeah, yeah,
That can really shift things for you.
yeah. All right, Deborah, I'm not going to keep it longer. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if you haven't seen Dr. Whimsy on YouTube, check her out. She's a naturopath and a psychic, and she's really good.
Say that again, doctor.
It's the Oracle of Whimsy, WHIMSY. She actually gave away a naturopath session on Psychathon. So she does the really deep work. Plus having the psychic ability. So, hey, good combo, right? Be well. Bye. Okay, Andrea, are you still here? I don't see you, so if you're here, just speak and let me know. I'm not seeing that name. Okay, Jelly Beans, you are up.
So I just have to say, I have a wedding to go to today. So I came down to my space to paint my nails. And whenever I'm going to do family stuff, I always like to have some cleansing. And I swear to God, last night I was asking for help. I just need help. And today, as I lit my sage, I said a prayer for the couple getting married, but was like, I just need help. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting here and guess who's live but you? I'm like, oh my God, the angels. So I have not been good. I haven't been doing my practices. I think the last time I was here, I had mentioned about I had found out my long-term boyfriend had cheated on me. Well, I now know through my own detective work, it has gone on now for 16 years, and the betrayal is a lot bigger and deeper than I thought. And he's been unemployed. That's a separate from what's going on between us. And I'm afraid my house is about to go into foreclosure because we can't just survive off my income. And I've been so lost. I don't even recognize myself. I haven't pulled a card. So I was asking for help because I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Okay. Are you available next Saturday between noon and 11 p.m.?
Yeah.
All right. You're going to come on Psychathon and you're going to do a session of tarot readings. And we're going to put a picture and your bio on the event page so people can find you. It will bring new people to your channel and you get your ass ready to do some readings, honey.
Well, good thing I got some new decks, Deborah, because I only got 1 million of them, which actually I pulled a couple cards for myself. Funny enough, I got Uriel and the Violet Flame. So I guess
bring that energy on Saturday, connect with people.
So my question is, has my partner betrayed me since January? Is he since January to now, is he still?
Why does that matter? Because if you know it's been 16 years already, why do you need more?
Because there's a thing with trust that we've been trying to build, and I just feel like I know I need to end this thing, but it's just I think I just need that one final nail just to say, even through all that, he still just is.
Well, like Maya Angelou said, when they tell you who they are, believe them. He's told you, but I'll ask. So, Jill's partner, has he been faithful since January? No.
Yeah, so I thought.
Yes, Jilly.
I didn't think
And that doesn't make him a bad person. It just makes him a bad partner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I totally agree that I don't think he's evil, and I know he's a wonderful father. But I had a feeling that and the feeling just came recently. Like I felt like for a while because of the thunderstorm that happened, he had backed off, but all of a sudden I started to see these repeating patterns again. And I had a feeling that he was starting to connect online again with people and all that stuff. Just, I just all of a sudden like all of a sudden my spidey senses like came back and was like, something's not right. He's not.
Well, you can be friends with him from a distance.
Yeah.
You can't have a relationship with him because he's not reliable.
No, he has deep rooted issues that I can't live with.
Yeah, and they're not your problem. You've got
No.
your own problems. You've got to support yourself and save your house.
Yeah, that's and take care of my kids and just take care of me because like my hair's falling out. Like I just have not even been a fraction of who I used to be. Like I don't even want to go to this wedding tonight. Like I'm like putting on the nail polish. I pulled out some of my mom's jewelry to have with me. I'm trying to like, and that's part of it. It's like I can't do the pretending anymore of the happy family. So yeah.
Turn the page, new chapter. In the new chapter, it's Jilly Beans and her new life. And what is that going to be? Start creating it right now, today at the wedding.
Well, funny enough, as I was waiting for my turn, I had got this coloring book, The Magic of Contest. So that's what I was doing. And I just landed on there's a bit of magic and everything. So that's what I just been doing as I sat here listening. But I'm telling you, I was like asking for help. I was like, I need guidance. I need a sign. And I happened to just be down here and there you were live. I didn't even see the email. I saw you pop up because I was watching something else on YouTube. But I was so happy to see your face. You were just what I needed because I've just been so lost.
That's how the angels bring the magic to our lives. We have the need and they jump up.
Yeah.
Follow that magic. Let yourself float on their magical skirts to lift you up so that you can have fun tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is you starting the new chapter of your life.
And it really is because I'll be 50 in December. So it is really that change of decades are always huge. And I think that was one of the things that was bringing me down was I can't believe at 50, I'm going to be starting over again. I thought I already did this dance. So that's been a little bit nudging me.
And think of it as an opportunity that's going to be fun and exciting.
Can't be as bad as this has been. I need to feel joy again. I need to feel like myself. I'm like a shell of who I used to be.
Just the self-care, coming back to you, embracing your power, that brings a lot of joy all by itself. Then you start using that power and now you're supercharged and it gets better and better. So the timing is perfect. Come on Saturday.
So where is the Psychathon? I didn't even know it existed. That's how much I am.
Virtual. I'll send you all the information.
Awesome.
Virtual. We're doing it on Saturday. We did a 24-hour one over Labor Day weekend.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
This one's 11 hours.
Okay.
So back-to-back readers and giveaways and, all kinds of fun.
Yeah, I need something to kickstart my juices and get the energy flowing again because I've just been so stagnant. And part of it's too, like part of me didn't want to see the answers. It was like fear. And I know that. I can admit that.
Yeah, it's time to cut that cord and move on. It's draining you and you need your vital force energy, which reminds me, go on my YouTube channel, meditation, vital force energy infusion. Do that. You go to the wedding and you should be in better shape.
Yeah, I was actually going to meditate. After my toes and my fingers dried, I was going to meditate. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. And I'm so excited. I look forward to next weekend.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you because you're in the right place at the right time.
Definitely. When you ask for help, the angels do come through.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Have fun tonight.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye. Carol, is Carol still here? I don't see Carol. Okay. Stella, let's come on up. Tell me what's going on with Stella.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. And I think today I'm going to just ask for your advice on something that's been going on for a long time. It's a big, long story with many aspects to it, so I can't tell you everything. But basically, about 45 years ago, just over that, I was subjected to a stalker whose name was Pepe, and he ultimately killed himself, mentally ill. And I later realized, only in the last few years, realized that he had been a child of mine in a past life. And when I realized that, I felt such heart break and heartache and grief, real physical pain in my chest. And so I've done lots of work around clearing all this and aspects of that. I thought it was much better. And then it felt like it started to surface again, the energy of stalker energy. Surfaced again last November when somebody rang me up, a young man rang me up, and then he just keeps ringing me all the time now. And it's less than it was. But more recently, a few weird things have happened, all synchronicities, and I've been asking Spirit to help me to clear any of this energy, clear this energy from the past, and all energy, all baggage that stops me from fully opening my heart, standing in my light and doing the job that I'm supposed to do on this earth, be of service to others. So just like full permission to help me with that. And then within a very short space of time, I ended up in the Dominican Republic, which for me, obviously being in England, is long haul. And I thought, why am I going to the Dominican Republic? It was a holiday, but it was booked, within 10 days sort of thing. And I thought, or I felt that it was about clearing and possibly clearing this energy, because lots of other things have been happening. And when I got there, I was talking to somebody and asked his name, and he said, "Oh, I'm called Pepe." So it's like, "Oh, hello, of course you're called Pepe." And then there was a monkey called Pepe, so the synchronicities of things. And so I just trusted that if there was any clearing to do around that energy from past lives, it would be done. And then when I got home, which is a month ago now, a client that came to me this year, a young African girl, she came to me 2 or 3 times, and she contacted me and said her guides had been asking her to get in touch with me. She didn't know why, but she felt compelled to get in touch with me. But she's in Thailand now. And again, cut a long story short, it seemed to be that there may be a connection between me, her, and Pepe. And so I'm going to do some more work on that. But her background is being African, that her father has got links into black magic. There's a lot of that sort of energy around her background. So my question is, am I actually now starting to clear all this? And is it a really good thing that I'm clearing it? Or is it black magic, false light coming in, hoodwinking me to thinking that it is?
Wow, that is a bucket of stuff. Okay.
It is. And I could sit here for an hour to tell you all the intricacies of all the synchronicities around, what's been happening.
Exactly. So for Stella, is there black magic involved in the experiences that she's noticing? No, there's not. Okay. So the Pepe references that are coming up, is that referring to the person who previously stalked her? No, it's not them, but it's like a wink to you because it's a signal that you recognize. So there's something else going on to work on, but it's not connected to the original Pepe.
Okay.
Just like that's a flag that's familiar, so why not use it? So what do you do about this situation? Is there clearing that she needs to do? Yes, clear it. What do you want to ask about it? Specifically, anything else?
Well, when I was talking to this young lady who's in Thailand now, say of African descent, it occurred to me that maybe it was opening up. Well, I thought I was clearing the Pepe story, just my personal experience of that. And the fact that in a past life, I'd sort of felt that I'd had the realization he'd been a child of mine who died. And I could physically feel this heart pain in my chest when I thought about it. But I was wondering if it's opening up to be a bigger clearing involving other people, and it's not just about me. It's like I'm starting to open the Pandora's box that's a bigger soul clearing for a group of people, not just myself.
This situation for Stella, is it meant for her to clear for a group of people rather than just herself? Yes, you got that right. Absolutely. So they're saying, they're giving you the breadcrumbs, just follow the breadcrumbs, and it's like they're all connected on a string and you're just pulling them like the magician with the scarves, right? So you're just going through them, following the breadcrumbs, just clear, clear, clear where you felt led to clear.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Let go of the control of it and just sort of deal with it as it comes up.
Yeah, because it would be simple if it was just you. You clear and be done. But because there's all these connected pieces, it's going to continue for some period of time. You'll feel it when it shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the
it feels like it, you know, it was turning into something big. And I feel it's ultimately about me opening my heart up. You know, there's something that's I've, you know, just not been able to get to the root of what it was. So it feels like this.
Pull on
this
that.
is the time. Yeah.
And says when you get to the last one, it's like, oh, now I get it. Right?
Yeah.
You don't answer until you're ready for it.
Yeah, thank you. And if I could just ask one quick one, last time I came on, I was talking about my health, you know, which over the last 4 years been out of balance really. So this time I, you know, as always, when I listen to you, I'm listening to the story that's unfolding for other people and the synchronicities and the clues in there. And so the ultimate thing you said last time was to take bromelain, which I have been doing. I already did, but I've been taking it more regularly. So if you could just ask the question as I try and get my full balance back, is there anything else I need to take, supplements, dietary wise? I have been making changes. But ultimately then I was making all these changes, and then just before I went on holiday, so just in July, I'd had some bloods done, and they said, "Oh, you got diabetes." I'm like, "Diabetes? Why have I got diabetes? Where's that come from?" Don't feel like I've got diabetes. You know, I feel okay. I feel like I was on the right side of all this that's been playing up for 4 years, all the imbalance I've had. So I don't know whether that's just a one-off blood test that, you know, was a bit false.
Do you want to ask?
Is there anything else I need to do other than what I'm doing, really?
Okay. Did you want to ask whether it is diabetes?
Oh, yes, please. I suppose so. Could do.
So for Stella, is it true that she has diabetes? I get a no on that.
Yeah. Didn't feel.
Yeah. Maybe it was just a one-off bad reading.
Yeah.
So besides the bromelain, is there anything else that she needs to do to restore balance to her body? It's unclear. So what might you suggest? Is there anything that you might suggest that would help tip the scales in her favor? Are you doing the pink salt? Do you do
I take Celtic sea salt, you know, just a few grains of Celtic sea salt.
Yeah. Like, I just saw the pink salt, so that's one thing.
Okay.
So are you saying there's an imbalance in the minerals in her body? Oh, okay. So in the homeopathic remedies, there is a whole section that are called cell salts. Magnesium is one of them. And they're all the things that you need to balance your body. Now let's just see if I can get a specific one, but it's feeling like maybe you could body douse through the list of the cell salts, because that's what they're pointing you towards to see if one of those resonate. So is it magnesium, potassium? Okay. Any of the other cell salts that you want to identify? Phosphate. So Kali phosphate. Check that one out. They call it Kali, K-A-L-I phos, P-H-O-S. That's the abbreviation.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, great. It's one of the cell salts.
Yeah, and I do take a tissue salt, you know, a combined tissue salt, one of those, can't remember what the name is, but I do take those. And actually, you just said magnesium, and that's the thing the last few days I thought, I think I need to just look at magnesium. You know, when things keep popping up, and you mentioned omega-3 today, I've been trying to get the balance with my omegas, so with the canned fish and so on. So you've mentioned a couple of things, so I always take note when they come up in these sessions, you know, because you feel like it's been said.
Going on like 3 times a week, having sardines or something in that family would help you to balance that out. It's really very healing. It's amazing. I wish I liked it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I've been working with an iridologist, a diet and everything. So I feel like I'm on the right path. I didn't feel it was, you know, that was a bit of a, where really diabetes? Where's that come from anyway? I'll not hold on to it. Just let it go again.
Yeah, that's just a warning to get your attention, so you take action now.
Yeah, I believe so. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Great to see you.
And you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Yvette, come on up. Hi. Always so good.
How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Okay, you can hear me. That's good.
Yes.
First, I wanted to congratulate you on the Psychathon that you did a couple of weeks ago. It was amazing. I woke up on the Monday morning to and just went on YouTube because that's what I usually do. I just go to check and see what's going on, see what the activities are, what's the haps are, and stuff with all the various subscriptions I have on there. And you were live, and I was like going, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. And I just started watching, and I had to, every hour, I had to basically get up and stretch a little bit and, just move around and stuff because it was so great. And I actually, I actually bought this
Awesome.
after the event happened. And so I just thought it was just absolutely phenomenal. So you did a really great job. Congratulations on that. And just fabulous.
Go ahead.
Okay. My question is, I just wanted to, things have been going very, very, very well since Labor Day. So I'm thinking that there's a lot of really positive energy that happened during the psychathon that really just kind of affected me in a really, really positive way. I've gotten back into writing a lot, and which I had been on a block for probably 3 or 4 years. And I'm actually a writer, so that's not really a good thing for when somebody's a writer and they get blocked and they're blocked for so dreadfully long time. So I've been feeling very, very, very good. And I was just wondering if my guides and angels had any messages for me today.
Hey. So for Yvette, what would you like to share today? Yeah, the writing is really good. They're happy about that. They're jumping up and down and clapping. And they're saying, really, Yvette, there wasn't a block. That's a misunderstanding. It was just a misalignment. Your focus was on other things at the time. And that was okay. You
That
need
makes sense.
on those other things. So now that you've done with those other things, you can focus on your writing again with that joy in your heart. Because what you might have created during that time would have been very different. And it might even have pulled you down deeper. So it wouldn't have been helpful.
Well, that was during the time of COVID and all that. So it was like, during that time, because I mean, I would write a little story here and a little story there, but it wasn't really anything that was long and involving. And I've gotten more incomplete stories than complete stories, which is, normal, I think, for writers. Most of the time, the writers have like this much completed stuff and this much stuff that hasn't been finished.
Yeah.
So that's life of a writer, I think. But no, I'm just feeling really, really good. I haven't seen my father's spirit since we talked last. I'm thinking that he's probably figuring that I'm good and that everything's going okay and that I'm, don't have anything to worry about. So so that's also a good thing, but very positive.
Anything else you want to share specifically for that? They're just sending you so much love. It's rolling in energy waves towards you. They want to envelop you in that love to lift you up so that you feel very secure, very supported and held as you step into, they're calling it a new chapter. So are you meaning like this writing is a new chapter for her? Yeah. So it's going to be different than she's written before. Yes, there's an opportunity for you to step up to a higher responsibility of sharing. More soul writing. Yeah. More deeper. More impactful.
Okay, I'm wanting to learn tarot, so I've been buying decks like crazy, and I'm feeling drawn to it, and I'm not learning the cards as quickly as I would like. I mean, I've been trying for about 2 years, to learn the cards and stuff, but it's coming along slowly, but it's coming along. I mean, it's not, I'm not getting discouraged or frustrated with it. I'm finding it to be the more readers I watch and the more I get involved with it, the happier I feel. And it's just, and just sitting and shuffling the cards is for me like a form of meditation where I'm just holding them in my hand and I'm just shuffling them or doing something with them. and not necessarily doing a Celtic cross or anything like that, but just holding them. There's some power in that, and for me, and it's kind of amazing.
So while you're saying that, what I was getting is, what if you wrote a book like The Beginner's Guide to Learning Tarot, and it would be your experiences, the discoveries you make along the way, because that would shorten the learning curve for so many people. The stumbling blocks that you discover and overcome. And you could have a subtitle like An Enlightenment Journey.
Yeah.
That just popped.
I've gotten a couple of books, on learning tarot, but somehow for some reason it's just not clicking. The books are just like a lot of writing and not very much really that's kind of resonating. But I'm watching a lot of readers on YouTube, and I'm really finding that there are certain readers that I am drawn to and certain readers that I'm less drawn to. So it's like I go and visit their page and I see one or two readings, and then I'm like, move on. And then I go to the next one. And, there's a couple that I've been watching like pretty avidly for a couple of years now, and I'm learning from them. But one of them, because they use so many varied decks and stuff, it's very hard for me to learn the cards. So I just have to find what's right and what works.
Have you ever watched Marie's Table?
I haven't watched her before. I can write it down there.
It's because she uses a regular card deck, the 52 cards, and she does these really amazing readings that it really just draws you in. It's so fascinating how she tells a story as she's just dealing out the cards. And she might sometimes put the whole deck down to get the story. She just deals them out until she gets to the ending place. So
yeah, I watch a reader who does that. She does like she has like, by the end of it, she has about 20 or 30 cards out on the table, and as she's doing it, she's telling a story, but it's in such a way that it just feels like you're drawn into that story and you're like knowing what's going on and stuff. So I find that to be very, very fascinating and very, very intriguing as a person who writes stories and as a person who is interested in tarot. So
yeah, it's a different dimension. And if you're going to write this book, it would be really cool to have those different dimensions, and talking about how when somebody chooses a card deck, what goes into that? Are you choosing it instantly? Are you choosing it because you think the pictures are pretty? Your experiences along the way, that could be so invaluable, because the books I've looked at that go with decks, they're very technical, very dry. And who wants to do that?
That's it. I even bought this one deck, and it has the card, and then it has the card face, and then it has like a description of the card, which is helping me to learn. But sometimes it's just very, very, it's almost like I'm just struggling to learn, and I really want to learn. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, think about the book, because that feels like a really exciting path for you. Because while you're learning it and you're exciting, you will imbue that excitement into the book.
Oh, okay. I did write a book some years ago about breast cancer, because I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I kind of like hesitated about like trying to get it published, because there's so much stuff in it about some toxic relations that I have, and I'm not sure if that's really the path that I want to go down, because I'm a very sensitive person, and I don't really want to get into any battles of words with people in my family that are not the most positive crowd, if you will. So, yeah, so this is a great idea, and I think this is something I am going to pursue. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Keep us posted. It's exciting.
Yeah, I will. Definitely. Thank you.
See you next month.
See you next month. Bye.
Bye. Cheryl, are you still there? You are. Can you turn on your camera, Cheryl? Cheryl, are you able to turn on your camera? Okay, you work on it. I'll come back to you. Beth, can you turn on your camera?
Hi.
There you are.
Yep. So just the general question of what do my guides and angels, what message do they have for me?
So for Beth, what would you like to share with her today? I have this visual in my head that's not going away. When you popped up with the, just part of your face showing, Patty. Now I got to get that out so I can get your message. So for Beth, unless that is the message, what do you want to share with Beth today? Yeah, it's the energy of Peppermint Patty, because she was just so confident and carefree and didn't care what other people thought. She just lived her life on her terms. You know that character?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so funny because that was something that I had to do this week for work. So
awesome. Yeah, and if you think about the qualities that she brought to the table, she was a really good friend to Charlie Brown. Just stable, always there, steady, reliable. Just a wonderful person. Yeah.
That's kind of part of my values. So
was there anything else you want to share with Beth other than that validation? Yeah, it's keep doing what you're doing, because you bring that really, you're like the glue that holds things together. We need people like you. You provide this wonderful service to the world. So validation, keep doing what you're doing. And it has to ultimately be successful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deborah. That's
welcome.
Wonderful.
Awesome. So we'll start calling you Patty. Well,
thank you. Yes, I will. Absolutely. The same to David.
Thanks. See you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Barbara, come on up. You've been so patient.
Hello.
Hi. What's your question?
Well, and this just popped into, I pulled a card. And lately I've been getting a lot of signs of abundance coming. Not that I don't have, a good, but this is an overabundance of all good and wonderful things. And I'm just wondering if this is just wishful thinking.
That abundance is coming?
That a great deal of abundance is coming, an overabundance that I can share.
Okay. So for Barbara, she's getting this message about a massive abundance coming her way. Is that a true message? Is that what's going on? Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm seeing like sparkles and lights, like spotlights, spotlighting. It's almost like this big treasure, which is a metaphor, of course, but yeah, large abundance coming because you have this plan of how you're going to serve humanity. And these are the tools you're going to need. So they're supplying them to you. Now, it doesn't, it's all coming in one fell swoop. It could come in chunks.
Okay.
Definitely coming.
Do my angels and guides have any advice for me on how to handle this?
So guidance on the best way to handle the influx of abundance. One bite at a time, just like you would eat an elephant. Don't overwhelm yourself. Go slow, steady, pace yourself. Know that there will be, noisiness from outside that might try to interfere, because that just happens. So it might be wise to kind of keep it under wraps. Do it in a low-key fashion, whatever it is that you're going to do with this abundance.
Okay.
Taking first.
Yeah. Okay, one more question. I have a son. He's in hospital in Baton Rouge. How does he come out of this in a really good way?
So for Barbara's son in the hospital in Baton Rouge, Is it highly likely that he will recover? He'll recover completely? Okay, and can you give us a time frame? Are we talking months? Months, okay, so more than 3 months? Less than 3 months. 2 months and 18 days. That's very specific.
Okay, and he has an addiction. Will he overcome that during this time and continue to be clean?
So is it highly likely that he will come out of this clean, free of his addiction? Well, that's kind of a murky thing because, yeah, he can be free temporarily, but it's going to be up to him moving forward whether he stays that way. It's not an easy path, and he will need your support, as well as he needs a supportive community to help him through this. Can't go it alone.
All right. Well, I've really enjoyed all your readings today, and thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Best of luck with your son.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, is there anybody? Debbie's here, I see. Okay. Cheryl, were you able to get your camera going? I'm still not seeing you. Ah, okay. So come on the first Monday, Cheryl, because we do all the Q&A from chat on YouTube then. You don't need your camera for that. So, okay, Debbie, come on up. Hey there.
Oh, hello. The chat has just been busy today. It's been so much fun, lots of positive energy, congratulating people and enjoying the readings today. So thank you so much.
Oh, it's wonderful. I look forward to reading it.
Oh, I suppose I should ask a question.
Yes.
I think just general guidance. I woke up with an interesting thought this morning, and we'll chat about it at some point. But what guidance do they have for me? My guides.
So what would you like to share with Debbie today? I'm hearing that song, The Falling Leaves. You know that song?
No.
Old song. Who sings that? Oh gosh, a very old one. Autumn leaves? Maybe it's the autumn leaves. When the autumn leaves start to fall. Yeah, I don't know well enough to sing any part of it, but that phrase, when the autumn leaves start to fall, it's a beautiful, might be a love song, I'm not sure. So what is that about? It's just acknowledging the preparation for winter that you're going through right now. Okay, what else? It's about a love story. Yeah. It's focusing on the beautiful love story that you have with your animals, with your husband, with your land. It's not just one thing, it's multidimensional. And I don't know if you've really fully realized that. When you do realize it and you step into that understanding, then it's going to expand out to encompass more people. But first, you're getting that nucleus, strong, centered, filling in all the blanks. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Anything else you want to say about that? It goes with the preparation. So just as you're going through the preparation of going from summer, fall into winter, which is always a lot of things that you have to do. It's almost regimented. There's a recipe or, a list. So too, does that apply to what you're doing with this project, this nucleus project that you're building? This is interesting because it's starting here, going in a circle, and building up. That's the energy I'm feeling. And at some point, you get to that place where, okay, it's gone as high as it needs to go. And then, like the flower, it opens and expands. And then out of that comes the pollen and the energy, the hopes and dreams of that flower as it blooms and its purpose.
I have a dog participating in the live. Sorry about that. Yeah, this morning I woke up and it was a vision, a feeling, an energy of knowing this project that's being created was this close. And what you are seeing, I have tears, but they're happy tears. They're tears of knowing, if that makes sense, that I'm on the right track. And interesting that you would talk about our property and our land. A friend suggested that we move, and I looked at the listing because the listing had an indoor riding arena, and it doesn't have our trees, it doesn't have our land, it doesn't have our home, our deck, our horses. I mean, yes, we would move them, but it didn't have the feel that this place has. So thank you for confirming that. That was cool. Very cool.
The two of you have worked in conjunction with the land. It's a partnership, and you've exchanged energy. There's a deep connection. Doesn't mean you can't go somewhere else and create something different, even if it's just part-time. But there's something very special that you've already created in partnership with the land.
That's so very true. Yeah. Yeah. And the land continues to ask us to be flexible with the different animals that choose to live here, with the different trees that choose to live here, the trees that choose to die. It's just an ever evolving piece of property that's very, we named it Whispering Hearts. And there's a reason for that, because Whispering, and it's been named that forever. I don't always talk about that, but Whispering Hearts is our home. It didn't always feel like home. It took the time it took to be home. Yeah.
Time is
that was lovely.
Yeah. So should we do a message for Dan?
Sure.
Okay. So what would you like to share with Dan today? Is he getting past those blocks professionally? Are things opening up for him? Yeah, he's moving. I'm seeing him like a barge. So yeah, he's moving past, but very slowly. It's painstaking and sometimes takes careful maneuvering, but he's capable of doing that. It's just going to take a while, but he is on the right track. So keep going. And now I'm seeing him as the captain of the barge. And so he's pulling the chain to blow the horn, and he's indicating that, yeah, he's got this. He is in charge and he knows what he's doing.
He'd really like, maybe this is a question you could ask for him. He'd really like to do something with, what are the little campers called? Remodeling them and restoring them. The little teardrop campers. I should know the name, but it's escaping me at the moment.
Well, they have
maybe it's supposed to be all of them.
Yeah, just the little ones. So for Dan, would it be a wise choice to solicit more business with the teardrop style campers? Sure. Oh, and what they're saying is there's a possibility that could expand, because depending on how things go in the country, more homeless people could need housing, and they could be really wonderful pods to use. And now
we were just talking about the homeless. That's interesting. Okay, go on.
Now they just popped in a different picture. Same pods, but on your farm for the people for whatever it is you're teaching there.
Oh,
So
that's interesting.
You could do both or either, but there's a real there.
Our property, anybody that ever comes here feels the energy of this property. Ask that question. Does the property want to be part of a healing retreat?
Okay. So Debbie's property, do you want to be a healing retreat? Is that something you would enjoy? She thought she already was.
For me, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. For Dan, for my kids, definitely.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. So I think we got everybody, and we're just going to do our closing prayer and wrap things up. Thank you so much
Don't forget to talk about the Psychathon next week again.
Oh yeah, so next Saturday is Psychathon from noon Eastern until 11 p.m. So it'll be 11 hours. We're using all those angel numbers we can get to make it special. We'll have teams of readers, not all tarot, but mostly tarot. There will be giveaways. So it's going to be a lot like what we did on Labor Day, just shorter. It'll be condensed into that 11 hours. And I will be sending out in the email the links for that. But because it's going to be broadcast live on my channel, if you somehow miss the email, you can find the link when I put it up this week for the event, so you won't miss out. And there'll be plenty of time to join us. What we want to focus on is the empowerment and the power of the metaphysical community. So as I was talking about this on Zoom, so you guys on YouTube didn't hear this earlier. From Psychathon, we had just under 300 people who donated to get that $9,800, which is phenomenal. But what we learned after Psychathon is that the value to the campaign is the number of people rather than the dollar amount, because we're not going to come up with millions. They can get that elsewhere. What they need from us are the number of people standing up to be counted saying, I support the Harris Waltz campaign. So we're going to be asking everybody, if you can, just do the $5 to make yourself be counted as one of the light workers in this community, saying we are holding the line for democracy. That's the energy we'll be bringing forth, because I've seen what it looks like if Harris loses. We don't want to go there. Now is our opportunity to do everything we can to bring forth Earthtopia. We don't want to lose that dream, that vision, that promise, because if we do, it'll be generations before it comes around again. This is our big moment. This is why our souls are here. We're being called upon now to step up, stand up, do the work. So tell your friends. You can help by spreading the word on social media. I'll be putting out posts that you can share on my Facebook page. I guess I can put it on the community page. If you need it and you're not seeing it, just email me and I'll happily send it to you. So we want to plaster it everywhere to get as many people as we can. Last time we had just under 26,000. Let's see if we can double it this time. That would be wonderful. Or more. More is even better. We're coming together with love, with intention of saving democracy, spreading so much love across the planet, because this is not just US, this is the whole planet involved in what we're doing here. So that we can spread that love across the whole planet, we can plant our stake in the ground and really make a difference. That's what we're doing. So please join us for any part of it or all of it. You are welcome. We want you there. So that's what Psychathon is all about. And there will be a third one coming either in October or the very first part of November. Date to be determined yet, but there will be a third one. So having said all that, let me just pop over and say hi to the people on YouTube before we do our closing prayer. Hello to all of you. I will come back and read your comments carefully later. Right now, I'm just skimming to see if there's anything important that I missed. Yeah, I'm going to have to get it later because my eyes are crossing at this point. Thank you all for being there. I so appreciate you, the love, the support that you bring. It is really important, more than you know. You may feel like you're just one person, But you are not, because when you join with us, we are a force to be reckoned with. We can defeat the dark forces because we are the light workers who came here to save the planet and ourselves. So let's call upon our angels and guides. Take a couple deep breaths. Close your eyes if you want to. Thank you, our magnificent teams, for being here with us today. We felt your energy. We felt your support. All of that beautiful love. It just flowed in our circle that held us up, that held us together, that encouraged us. We are so grateful for the time that you gave to us. For all of you corporeal types who joined us today, thank you for being here, because your energy, your intention, your love, it means everything. Without you, we could not do this. Thank you for being here, for sharing so willingly and openly, vulnerably. We're bringing all of that love and we're sending it out in a sonic boom to envelop each and every one of you in that cocoon of beautiful love, light, uplifting energy until we come together again next Saturday. Thank you all with much love. Sending you off to enjoy your weekend, your Saturday, with much love. Mwah. See you soon. Bye, everybody.